You want me to do it like that? It's easier to say though, like cast in such a small time. It's quite hard to say. You cast a spell on me, you cast a spell on me, you cast a spell on me, you cast a spell on me. It's a bit more bitey as well, like, you cast a spell on me, you cast a spell on me. You know what I mean? You cast a spell on me. To be on my own, and I hope one day I get to say you are my woman, and I'll be your man. You are my woman, let me love you 'cause you know I can. You are my woman, and I'll be your man. You are my woman, yeah, let me love you 'cause you know I can. Up to this point it's been so hard for me to face reality. Girl, girl. Sounds like a foghorn. Girl, girl. Guys, there's a ship. I try to get to you, but I just can't make it. And every time I don't, I lose control. You know that, darling, I would chase it if it meant I could get another go. Is that right? I'm ready to get the guitar finished today for this one. I'm determined. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh man. All the years of our mistakes, we failed to accept our burdens, and yet we stared them right in the face. And we all know what happens. I think that's enough, yeah. Yeah, listen back to that. Yeah, just that line I think the bit after it's okay. Yeah. Why'd you stop? That was it. Was it? Yeah. Oh. Hey, my name's Tom.
And I'm Lewis.
And we're from a town called Bournemouth in Dorset, England. We've been friends about 18 years or so, and I think over the years we've had musical projects and interests. But back in 2011 we decided it was time to create Bowen Pounds and take a stab at things as a duo. We've been off the radar the past few years. We did make a demo back in 2011. Since then we've just been practicing and refining our writing skills. I think recently we decided it was time to create the EP, get busking, gigging, and really get ourselves out there.
I think so. Stage, we all know, we all know what happens. Seems we've chosen our fate. We've chosen our fate.
So the songs that we write are either stories or reminders of experiences that either of us have had, and all of them have some sort of meaning or importance to us, and that's why I think the songs last themselves, because if they didn't have any meaning to them, then the songs just wouldn't last, and we just feel that we wouldn't want to play them anymore.
Insane, there's no way I'm gonna outrun you, no way I'm gonna outrun, no way I'm gonna outrun you, no way I'll outrun you, you cast a spell on me. You and My Woman is about when you want something so bad you start to see it everywhere you look. It's about a girl and a specific experience, but it's also, well, it's more a reflection on my state of mind at the time.
Redemption at first appears to be a song about lost cause and has really quite a doom and gloom vibe about it, but then as the chorus comes in, quickly becomes apparent that it's a song about accepting responsibility, working together and not shifting blame onto other people.
Which is about accepting things you can't change and about dealing with that realisation.
Out of Reach is about a specific incident, but overall it's more about obsessing over someone. And no matter how badly they treat you, you always feel like you're coming back for more.
Say goodbye to redemption. We constantly bite the hand that feeds. Say hello to destruction. It's so close that I find it hard to breathe. It opens up the exit. It's there for the whole world to see, and we won't stop and stare.
The songs have come a long way really since our live demo that we recorded back in 2011, but I think if anyone listened to it now they would agree that they're quite unrecognisable.
So we've been writing songs for a while, and I think it's different pretty much every time you do write a song. Generally though we start by writing the lyrics, just because this way as you're writing the lyrics you kind of get an idea of how you want them to be sung, so it helps with the music side of things. Then it's just trying to kind of match the guitar and bass to that kind of sound you're after. And then a bit of back and forth between the two to tweak them to get the song. Occasionally though, you have a really good idea for a tune and you kind of just match the lyrics to fit it. But majority of the time I think we start with the lyrics.
So the first thing that we recorded was the guitar and bass. This was recorded with a click track, which is quite difficult to work with because it's such a basic version of the track. That we had to come back to it a few times to make sure we got the basic structure of the song right.
After that we did the drum and percussion, ranged from some programmed drums to more interesting instruments like rainmakers and guiros. It was quite a fun part of the recording process, nothing too serious or anything to get too precious about.
So the next part of the recording was laying down the vocals. At this point all the tracks were sounding quite full, and when you get to singing makes it a lot easier when you've got the track's backbone in place. This was definitely the hardest part of the recording stage, as obviously it's the vocals and it's one of the most important parts, so you want to definitely get that right.
So the next thing we did was just go back and forth, tweaking things, changing things, just making sure everything sounds right after all the other layers have been added. At this point we actually noticed that You and My Woman was recorded too slow. So we basically started again with it, completely scrapped it, started fresh. So it was the first song we worked on and the last song we worked on.
Ronnie spent a while mixing and mastering the songs. Basically it's just tweaking the volumes and making sure the general feel of the song is right. It's definitely one of the longest stages of the recording process because it's hard to know when to stop and say that you've done enough work. But I think we're generally happy with how it's all turned out.
Don't say goodbye to redemption. Don't constantly bite the hand that feeds. Don't say hello to destruction. Give space to allow yourself to breathe. Make sure they close off the exit. It's there for the whole world to see. We won't stop and stay.
It's been quite an experience recording the mission. Unfortunately it's taken a little bit longer than we wanted to, just because it's been hard finding time to get in the studio. But it's been a really rewarding experience, and I think we're quite happy and really proud of what we've accomplished together, especially now we've got the end result and you can see that our hard work and time has paid off. So this is the top half of the EP cover art. It's a watercolour painting of our galaxy, the Milky Way in the night sky. Took a few takes and I spent just under a week trying to get this right. We wanted a stylised look for the cover art and I chose watercolour to really capture the milkiness.
Moving down from the top to the bottom half, we have a drawing of a rocket and the smoke. This was done with a fine liner and marker pens to give the drawing more detail. I really wanted to capture smoke in this drawing to show that the shuttle is taking off. I also did this by using the colour and the underlaying background, so I used reds and oranges to capture the shuttle in mid-launch. We then put this all together in Photoshop by firstly scanning all the images. We started simply with the drawing of the rocket and the smoke. We then added the watercolour back layer and adjusted the hue and saturation to get a vivid flame effect. We then added the Milky Way background, and here you can really see the composition come to life. We then framed the artwork in a black border and finally added the band name, title and our logo.
It's been so hard for me to face reality.
We went with the title Ignition as it fits the fact this is our first proper release and the beginning of our journey as a band, and the aim is to try and tie the artwork in with this idea. The rocket launch represents our music being released and us taking our first steps as Bowen Pounds, much like man's first steps on the moon. And the Milky Way represents the great open we hope our music will reach. So this is the EP back cover art. It's a watercolour painting of the moon. It didn't take as long to complete as the Milky Way as it's not as detailed. I probably spent a few hours on it. But again, it has the stylised feel that we're after. Intended to be the small sketch that I did of both of us as astronauts, but this developed into an idea where Lewis drew the shuttle with the cables attached to us, so that when you remove the disc, the astronauts are almost pulled out of the image.
We decided to hand make the 100 first edition EPs, so the first thing we needed was a template. We designed a template to be a digipack case. We imported the artwork into our template, the front, the back and the inlay. As we wanted to make the first edition copy special, we decided to create an art card and keyring design to be included as a package.
Hey guys, it's 3 in the morning, so don't be too loud and wake everyone up. Just want to show you guys the templates that we got in today. This is what we're using to make our first edition deluxe digipack CDs for the EP. This side is the EP itself. Basically going to cut it out, glue it together, stick in the digipack tray with glue, and then you've got your digipack.
And also we've got the art card here, which has our t-shirt design on it, and also a keyring up here. So the keyring, the art card and the EP itself, we numbered between 1 and 100. Hello, today we're going through the manufacturing process of the first edition copies of our EP Ignition. This is a step-by-step walkthrough to how we handmade each one for you.
Let's do this! Alright, so what we need first of all is cut out the templates. So we've got them here. Basically we designed this as a template to be printed onto A3 card, gloss lamination, and then basically cut it out, and then we'll score it up, glue it together, glue it in the tray, and you've got your EP. So the first thing to do is cut these out. So, just need a couple of things with this. First of all, obviously the cutting mat, safety first. Blade, very sharp blade, surgical blade I think, and a ruler with cork back so it doesn't slip. Alright, so we're going to get started.
And every time I don't lose control, you know that darling I would chase it. If a man I could get another go.
Alright, so next we're going to do the scoring. So this is with your scoring tools. Just a little thing here, a little metal nib, and your scoreboard, which you don't really need but makes it a lot easier. So basically, got little grooves on it. You pop your little scoring tool on the card inside and it hits into the groove, sticks in there, and then you pull along and you get your score. And that's your folding.
You don't want me to stay. It's hard to accept and it has stained my mind. It's left me in a state of disarray. And you won't stop pushing me, yeah.
Alright, so next we're going to cut out the extras, which is your key rings and the art cards. Exactly the same as what we did with the templates. Should be a little bit quicker this time though.
A simple kiss has led me to despair. I try to get to you, but I just can't make it. And every time I don't lose control.
Yeah, sure.
So next stage we're going to be doing is the gluing. So it's basically we're going to stick the template down so it's nice and ready for us to put the tray on top. So for the stage we're going to be using some craft glue and a spreader as well, and then we're going to put it on underneath some books so it's that it dries flat and ready for the next stage. So now that we've left these overnight to dry, we've got a nice flat bit of card ready for us to now glue in the tray. So again, we're going to be using a little bit of craft glue, and that's what the tray looks like before we stick it in.
Let's go. Alright, so we're making 100 of these deluxe first edition EPs. They're all handcrafted by ourselves from start to finish. So we're just going to number them basically so everyone will get their own number. Numbers will go in the shuttles just here and then on the keyring as well here. So yeah, we'll get started with that. So basically just using a white marker. This is the best one we've found so far. I'm going to get rid of some of the excess. So this is number 90.
So this is the art card that's going to come with the first edition EPs. So now I'm just going to write a little personal message and number it with this fine marker here.
Alright, so next thing we're going to do is put the keyrings together. So we've got our plastic keyrings here, and then we've got our card which has been numbered and a plastic bag. So I'll pop this in first of all. There you go.
Isn't it a repeat of verse 2 and then 2? No, it's going to be different. Oh, actually, it's because some of it is the same. It's played really slightly different.
Alright, so the last thing we're going to do is package the EPs. So we've got our EPs here, we've got our discs, art cards, stickers and keyrings. Pop it all together, we'll just pop it in a bag, seal it with a sticker, and we've got our finished product. So we'll start with number 90.
meant I could get another look. I try to get to you, but I just can't make it.
All correctly numbered. And I'm going to pass it over to Lewis.
Okay, so now I'm going to put everything in a nice little bag. So, chuck everything in here. So I'm going to start obviously with the EP. Seal it. We'll finish it off with a Bowen Pounds sticker. Nice and tight. That's it, and that's the finished product.
That's great.
It's on there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, stop it. So fucking camera.
Because you're silent.
Can I get another go?
Doesn't it?
So good.
Alright.
So outreach is about a specific incident.
I've changed my position. Is this alright with you?
And that's why I say in the song, if you let me get another go. That's because I'd like another go.
You alright if I do this?
Fucking cool, man. Pose. Yeah, I don't mind. You get your knees
Nah, I
involved if
wasn't
you
that
want.
comfortable anyway.
So, outreach is about a specific incident.